All right, man. We in this thing, man. So I seen an interesting article. I hadn't read it, but the title, it caught my eye. I'm telling you, it caught my eye. So I'm trying to find it because the search on my phone is definitely different than the search on my computer. It's pretty much it's on the same internet. Um, let's see. Here we go. Had to do some digging. I try to get more videos to every platform I'm on via from the desk. So I'm trying to make a conscious effort to do more things from the desk. Also, work on some things this weekend that's really hopefully can take us to the next level. I'm about to get serious again. Offensive tackle no longer seems like it has to be a first round move for the Lions. The Lions don't have to make tackle the first priority to get a good tackle. So shout out to Mike Payton, Detroit Lions beat writer, A to Z Sports. I like that stuff. So yeah, I mean it's deep. So I don't know much about the draft. I don't really watch college football like that. No college sports like that like I used to, other than like Michigan. That's about it. And something with LSU and Ole Miss is because the quarterback from Grand Rapids. I watched him and LSU. I always catch an LSU game. I promise you. I don't know what it is. And my inaugural Tiger in LSU. And shout out to Mel Tucker, man. Michigan State. He beat that lady in court. But Detroit Lions need to fix their offensive line. That goes without saying. But how much of it really needs to be fixed? The center is definitely at top of the list. I'm not sure about that. I think you're gonna have Tate play center. That's what you got him for. The Lions must find for. I don't think they need to. Tate will be your center. You know what I'm saying? Tate will be your center. Then that leaves a void at guard. That's your question. But it's safe to say they're good at guard. I would say not because the thing is Tate Ratledge. I don't know why people keep ignoring this. They drafted him to be a center. Now they say he's definitely an option. I don't think you take a guy that high in the second round that they did just to play him at right guard. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna take a guy that high, then if it's gonna be some more musical chairs, if it's gonna be some chairs moving around this hole, it's gonna have to be to the fact that Mahogany got to go back to the right side. You putting Tate Ratledge on the left side. So if we gonna keep it funky and we gonna keep it a bean about this situation, Tate Ratledge, need to for that high of a pick, he need to be playing left guard. And Mahogany need to go back to his natural spot of right guard. So then again, it's a whole change, and eventually, you know, eventually, uh, you're gonna need a left tackle regardless. So realistically, it's interesting, right? But it says there's really aren't any options of free agent. So draft is where it has to happen, um, in via trade. You know what I'm saying? And the draft is evolving right now. It's starting to look like Lions don't have to hit a 17 with the tackle to find a guy. And the 26th NFL draft is shaping up to be one of the deepest tackle drafts we ever seen. Coming into the pre-draft process, 4 tackles were on everyone's radar, potential day one starters. Utah Spencer Fanu, Miami's Francis Muguyo, Caleb Utah. Man, god damn. I guess that Utah coach is going to fit right in at Michigan. Another tackle, Caleb Lamu, and Alabama's Caden Protector. The ones I heard about is the Miami kid. I heard about all these guys. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Heard about them all. Iowa's Greg Jennings Dunker. I like that name, Jennings Dunker. Clemson's Blake Miller. Arizona State's Max Anchor. There's some great offensive line names. Oregon's Isaiah World. Oh, these some great names. Give me them all. No Diddy. Are all starting to creep up the board. There are 6 tackles taken in the first 2 rounds in the 2025 NFL draft. There could be up to 10, and that's deep right now. So, other than that, when you look at it, the thing about it is what you're really pretty much looking at if you're the Detroit Lions. Which one of these guys is the best fit to protect Jared Goff's blind side? So you'll be like, even if I got a feeling Decker is going to come back. This guy is going to compete with Manu Giovanni, right? He's going to compete with him at left tackle, right? And what you're probably going to get, and this is why I say they're going to keep Tate Ratledge at center unless they can find a center. What you're probably about to see, in my opinion, is Tate go to center. They're going to draft a tackle early in the draft, first 2 or 3 rounds, probably first 2 rounds to be exact. And what you're going to see, in my humble opinion, you're going to see that new tackle. He's going to play guard. So it's going to be Miles Frazier, Manu Giovanni, and this new tackle playing guard. So I believe you're going to sit Tate, probably slide the center. You might even see this new tackle play left guard, and they gonna put Mahogany back on the right guard. And eventually, a year or two, depending on what Taylor Decker hang around, he's going to transition into the left tackle position, which is, I think, is the way to go. They did it with Frank Ragnar. People forgot Frank Ragnar played right guard. Don't quote me on that. He played guard, and then he transitioned into what? A left center the next year. So that's where you have to do some thinking. If the Lions get to 17, they can get one of the best edge rushers in the class or one of the best cornerback. My thing is this whole thing about cornerback, they done enough. They fucking done enough for a corner. You took 2 in the first round. You had Carlton Davis, shout out to him in the Super Bowl. You got DJ Reed. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they don't need a first round corner. If anything, you go out and you pay for another solid corner. I'm not drafting another. I mean, it's gonna fall on Tyrion, Rackstraw, DJ Reed, and somebody I'm bringing in and later in the draft, but more than likely somebody I'm paying to come in. Should they pass on them when they get a good tackle in the second round? I'm not taking no cornerback in the first. This motherfucker better be, excuse my language, he better be the best corner. He better be by far the best player on the board. Brad Holmes has shown all the best players, has shown all about the best player available. If you get 17, Clemson, TJ Parker is there. You have to take him right. Let's think a little bit deeper. Left tackle is an important position, but it's not the one the Lions are actually drafting for. The assumption has always been Lions will move Sewell from right side to they won't left. They won't. I'm explaining that too. The reason they won't, he's not a good enough pass blocker to play the left side. That ain't happening. To left, the Bucks Tristan Wirfs has shown how well it can work. That's Wirfs. Wirfs is different. Now, Wirfs got shorter arms too. That's a total anomaly. That is not the trend. Panisa will stay his ass on that right side. I'm pretty sure of it. It's not a long-term solution. So now you get to 17 and one of the biggest edge rushers you can take. Then you go 50 and you go Duncan. Yeah, that's cool. Or you can, circumvent the draft. You can move up again and get somebody. Yeah, that's good. Be honest with you, regardless of Decker come back or not, the left tackle position is more important than the edge position. The edge position ain't even top 2. They need a defensive tackle that can rush the passer up the middle of that defense. But you know what? It's a different conversation for a different day. I appreciate y'all for blessing me with the opportunity to serenade y'all ears. I thought this was a interesting article, a good article. Some things I didn't agree with, but hey, we're going to agree to disagree. Hit the link in the description. The first link, the link tree, find me X, Facebook, Kick, everywhere I'm producing content at. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Y'all know what the business is. Peace.